Any good players you grew up with or played with?
I played against Kendall Marshall. I plucked him a couple times. Quinn Cook is my homie. I don't think we ever played together, but you know we know each other just playing ball. Thomas Robinson.
I remember he was at Eastern.
Yeah, he was at Eastern. So I played against.
Before he blew up.
Yeah, I played. I mean, you see them dudes up running shoot. You know how it goes. Everybody played against everybody.
Man, Vic the Page, man. You know, Greg Jones. Man, I got a lot of people, man. Like Tutu, you All-American. There's a lot, man.
Man, Victor Page was my neighbor. That was the man. I was there when he was about to when they thought he was gonna get drafted. Like, I remember the pain. I remember the not getting drafted. I remember the hope that he was gonna take everybody. All of us was going. You know what I'm saying? And you know that shit deflated the whole hood, man. You know.
You ever heard of Ricky Branham? One of the Branham brothers from up the Clifton area. Ricky Branham, Deontay Taylor, a guy named Terrence Gathers, man, rest in peace. He was from the Capers area. Jerry Mack, man, a lot of good dudes. Trulon Henry, man, just a lot of good dudes, man, that's doing good things out here.
The late great Mark Bolden. Who else I played with? I played with Durkee. Who else I played with? Damo, bunch of Uptown, man. K.
You got your Sheik Pearsons. You got your Moochie Noors. You got his cousin Erky. You feel what I'm saying? They was nice. You feel what I'm saying?
Josh Morgan. Josh Morgan was one of, a good friend of mine. He played basketball and football. We went to Eastern together. His senior year, he went to HD. And we stayed in contact. It's still one of my good friends today. But he ended up taking the football route, and he played for the Washington Redskins, San Francisco 49ers, and successful athlete.
Good players you grew up with or played with?
I would say I played against some of those guys when I was in the Boys and Girls Club. I played against Xavier Singletary. Went to Dunbar, did some good things down Dunbar. I actually became a classmate of mine down Dunbar. I didn't play against, I would say I played pickup ball with, football with Jerry Porter, who ended up being obviously a good NFL player. But I think that's about the only known person that I done balled against or had the ball with.
Gotcha. Good players that you grew up with or played with, or that you just know back in your era, just know about male and female?
Because I'm alumni of Dunbar, so I had many classmates
Name
that
them if
actually. One of my good friends is Michael Smith, Moochie Norris. It was so many, but those are like my homies. I still, see them and talk to them. It was like so many talented players that actually came out of school with me from Dunbar.
Any good players you played with or grew up with?
Actually, you ever heard Ivory Ladder? Played on the Mystics? Yeah, I used to move her back then.
UNC?
Yup.
So Ivory Ladder.
She lived in York, South Carolina though. So yeah, we right there.
Got you. Did you? Any good players that you grew up with or you currently playing with now? If you could just name a couple of players that you feel as though is decent, go ahead.
One of my good players that I played with throughout my year is my man Sincere.
Any good players you grew up with or played with?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's a lot of, I don't want to call them hood legends, but Lil George, he was an awesome player. Kurt was an awesome player. A lot of people that you probably would have never heard of that was popular, like within all throughout the neighborhoods.
Gotcha. Any good players you grew up with or played with?
Grew up with and played with? I'd probably say the best player I probably grew up with. I'll say this: R.I.P. Jeremy Herring. He was probably one of the dudes that could have been great that you didn't hear about because he was him and his brother was unfortunately murdered in their sleep by their father. Jeremy Herring, that was in 2007. He was offered a lot of big Division I scholarships and stuff like that. So that's probably a guy that I would probably say for sure. And outside of that, nobody that like super made it. But of course, you're not the same generation as like Kevin Durant and all those guys. So.
Gotcha.
Shout out to my man, Lil George. He died. He from my neighborhood. He was the best basketball player ever. You know what I'm saying?
He lost his life at like 15, 16.
Got you. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate what you're doing for the city.
I got you, man. I love the highlight videos too, man.
No doubt.
Shout out to Houzmazoo. You making a difference. You probably don't even know, but man, them kids, when you do them highlights, man, that's something new for them, man. So I appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, bro.